How are things then? 3 wins potentially away from the title. What's the mindset when you enter this part of the season?
Just game by game. I think everyone knows exactly what to do. We just stick with our principles, and I think everything will go through.
I think that helps you and most of the others having experience of doing this and trying to not only get over the line but do it in the right way.
Yeah, definitely having lads that have been in this position for several of years, it's really good. And then just passing by the culture to the young lads that are coming through. So in the end, it's just a matter of putting everyone together and fighting to the same goal.
Where do you feel you're at? Obviously, you came back and hadn't played a lot of football and so on. Are you happy with where things sit for you personally?
Yeah, definitely. I think it has been a good couple of games. Still trying to be in my best shape, and I know that will come definitely. But happy at the moment with how things are going.
Does that feel close, or still a bit to go? How would you rate it?
Well, we never know how far we can reach, right? So I'm not going to say that I'm aiming for this and then I can actually aim for something else. So I just do day by day, working hard and trying to be the best of myself.
You're also part of a very successful attacking department last time. It's a slightly different look this time. How do you feel you're all functioning? Obviously Dyson's much more of a goal scorer now perhaps than he was.
I think he scored a couple of goals before as well. I mean, like, the structure of the team is made for each player to have success in each position, so it's no different from the last time I was here. I think then it's just up to us to be competitive in the games and reach our goals.
How is your relationship with Dyson on the pitch? Because previously when you were here you played on the left a lot, then Dyson came in, sometimes he played on the left, you played on the right. But since you've come back in, it's been more yourself on the left and Dyson through the middle. Do you feel that you prefer that? Does that play to both of your strengths more?
Personally, I've always said that I prefer to play on the left, but in the end I think it's up to the gaffer to decide what's the best for the team, and if he wants me to perform on other part of the pitch, I need to be able to do that in order for the team to be successful. So obviously, like, personally I prefer on the left, but games are always different and they call for different things, so we never know.
In terms of Dyson, he's just been announced as the Premiership Player of the Month, back-to-back awards, scored 30 goals this season. What do you think of him playing as a central striker, and how does he differ to Kyogo, who the two of you played with so often through the middle?
I mean, I think Dyson played as a striker when he was in Japan before. So when Ainge brought him back to Celtic, I think he came with the routines of a striker, and then he kind of adapted to winger. And as I said before, like, the game and our structure is made for us to be successful and do our best things, and I think that's exactly what they did, both like Kyogo and Dyson, and I think in the end it's Celtic who benefits from everything.
Jota, you obviously loved your first spell at the club. How do you better that, what you achieved then from a personal point of view, in your second spell?
How do I better that?
Yeah, how would you improve on that? What else can you do?
Well, there's always things to get better, and obviously, like, winning titles and doing like very good performances on the Champions League. That's what you aim in the end. But there are so many things we can always achieve. Like, when you reach a mountain, the top of the mountain, there's always another one to reach again. So it's kind of never you reach something. So there's always something new. And I'm no different to that. I know where I want to go, I know what I want to achieve, and that's it.
You obviously had a great connection with the club when you were here the first time. Did you get a greater appreciation of the club when you left?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think I was quite mindful about what I was feeling and what Celtic gave to me back then, so I was pretty grateful as well. So no, I think my mentality was the same.
I noticed from your social media you like to go out and about in Glasgow. What's that like for you?
Well, the sun never goes out in Glasgow, so whenever the sun goes out in Glasgow we must go. Yeah, that's it. I obviously come from a completely different background, and any opportunity I have to feel a bit at home, I just have to go and enjoy.
You must get recognised a lot. How do you deal with that?
I think it's part of the job, and it's just a matter of adapting. It's not the best of the situation sometimes, but you have to live with it.
Have you seen much of a difference? Obviously, you were here last time under Ange, a different manager this time. You see a lot of difference in the way things are done. Is there one thing that stands out in particular?
No, sometimes I feel like I'm always repeating myself, but the structure in Celtic is very well defined. So whoever comes, then there's a way of doing things, and like things are made for you to actually perform and to be your best version. So it's a really easy job as long as you are competitive and you can actually work hard and be involved in the dynamics. So then it's up like to, if there's a new manager, obviously now with Brendan, he adds other things, and he complements the team in another way, because every manager is different, and adds some things, Brendan adds others, and then it's just a matter of adapting, you know. So the important stuff is that Celtic, for me, it's like I never left, and when I came in for the first day, it felt like it was the same, and that gave me a lot of comfortable space to live in.
We asked as well. We talk about how you improve as a player, how you even get even better. What's the key thing you think you're doing just to kind of extra couple of percent?
I think there's nothing better than play games. You know, like you'll develop a lot once you're in the zone in the games, and you can actually like feel the things that happen over there. I always say no amount of training will give you what the game can give to you. You can train really hard, yeah, that's important, but the game is always the ultimate thing. And for me, it's where I get most passion about, and that's where I want to perform. So, yeah, games.
Jota, you've spoken about it before, your aspirations to play at international level. I mean, how do you feel about that situation now that you've come back to Celtic?
What you mean, international? National team?
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, I'm just thinking on Celtic, you know. I know it's a long road for that. I would obviously be proud of that, but I also acknowledge that the quality of Portugal national team is very big, and we have probably the best generation of all time. So the ones who make it, they should be proud, because like it's definitely something big. And in my behalf, I know that I still need to do a lot to achieve that, and that's actually not something that concerns me. As long as I'm happy and playing football and doing my thing on the pitch, I'll be fine.